traders, and this is the market recap for October the 6th. As we showed up this morning, we noticed that we were having a gap up, and we were having a gap up after the previous session already went from pretty much 1945 to 1965. That was about 20 points move, and then from that point on it took another 5 points from its high to gap where we opened today. So when we talk about a gap, that's the difference between the day session close of the previous day and the day session open of today. So now what you have to ask yourself is if the gap generated by dumb money or is it real? And the only way that we could have tell that was by monitoring the action at the overnight high when we tested it. And as you can see, as soon as we tested overnight high, immediate rejection back down, which indicated that this whole gap up was nothing but phony baloney, and the remain of the day was downside work. I also specifically told you in the previous market analysis that as long as we remain below 1980, this whole rise on the upside of Friday, etc., was bogus. We were still wide open for a drop. Now the situation is more clear. We have a bracket going between 1950 to 74. If we do break below 1950, we should come down for a test of 45. And if we do break 45, I am expecting to see 1936. Now, the fact that we have already come down significantly from up there to down here, there is a probability that if we do touch this 45 on the way down, that it is going to hold itself, because as it will come down to 45 from already a well-traveled distance, it will exhaust itself. So I am not very sure that the 45 break at the first attempt will be successful. If we do break above 74, then we are talking about 1980 on the upside. So the bracket right now is 1974 as major resistance with the 1960.5 as a minor resistance. And on the downside, 1950 is absolutely critical, crucial to hold, because if not, we should go down for 45. And if 45 break is successful, we should see 1936. As for crude, I posted the video of the trade that we took this morning. I mean, look at it. We bought the very, very, very low of the day. I had two buys at 89.05, 88.8, with a stop at 88.55. Target was 89.60. It did well above my target, and we nailed the very low. So can we now expect that we are going to see a reversal from down to up? Absolutely not. As I said before, crude is in a very, very manipulated, nasty mode. And also let me share you a couple of things about my thinking. My thinking is that the weakness in the price of crude is reflected by the fact that very soon, and if my guess is right, within few months now, the whole OPEC situation will disappear. There will be no OPEC. It will disassemble, because it's just a chaotic mess, and OPEC is totally irrelevant. Why? Because the situation is so bad in the Middle East that every gang lord, every warlord, every corrupt politician, every corrupt general, you name it, they are all selling oil on the black market at prices that have nothing to do with this paper. Therefore, this paper is becoming irrelevant, and as a result as well, OPEC is becoming irrelevant, because OPEC can go ahead and put all the quotas that they want against their oil, but if some scumbag ISIS or another terrorist group or another dark general there decides that he's going to sell few containers at a certain price, that's what will happen. So the future of oil is extremely uncertain with the conditions that we have. Expect aggressive, beyond aggressive back and forth, and you better know what you are doing and where you are buying it, where you are selling it, or this thing will clean you out. Therefore, that now low 89, 88.8 is still very strong support. Support before that is 89.74. As long as we remain above 89.74, 75, we should target 91.20, and if we pass that 91.992, which will be a very strong sell, especially if we get towards this 92 area, one shot up. But will this happen? Absolutely no guarantee. Can I wake up tomorrow morning and crude is again back to 89? Absolutely yes. Predicting this market of crude under such current condition is absolutely impossible. You just have to know the strongest of all the strong levels and be very patient for price to come to you at those levels. As for gold, I am extraordinarily happy to see that gold today got an erection that lasted more than 4 hours. And there is absolutely no need to call a doctor or Yellen to take care of the issue. It is perfectly good. Let's wish gold health and many other erections lasting more than 3 hours. Support now is 1202 to 1200. It is absolutely critical, crucial that we do not reject any longer below 1200, and that this heavy volume, heavy TPO bottom would put in a very short-term bottom in place for now. If we do break below 200, almost high probability we're gonna come and hit this POC below at 1189. Now don't believe that because there is a POC down there that it's a given that it's gonna hit it tomorrow. No. When certain conditions are met and the market is extraordinarily oversold and then all of a sudden a whole bunch of money jumps in, it can take 2 or 3 days of an up move, and then the further you get from that POC, the less likely that it's going to come and hit it short term. So 1202 to 1200 is absolutely critical support. On the way up, we will be having to deal with every single of these tops. 1215.6 is one area of resistance. After that 1219.4, and after that 1224. So we know our support. If there is a pushback towards those levels, potential long trades. If we do not get into that area and all of a sudden we break out of the current rotation up here, we will have to clear 1211 for a break up towards 1216. So that's it. Again, this is Reza with profiletraders.com. If you wish to learn these things, join me. Membership is dirt cheap at this point. $550 lifetime plus 5 courses. Take advantage of it. Trust me, it's a good deal. See you tomorrow.